Oh, you have it?
Do you want it?
Fantastic. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I asked Stu for a stat yesterday that what could we do if we have 70% increase?
Now, again, we didn't do any of this, but what if we did?
Right, thank you, Pat.
Oh, my goodness.
So what could we get with that money? Because we got nothing.
So what I asked him for is I said, how many houses could we have paid off? If I'm the president of the United States and I want to be elected king, you know how you be elected king? Mm-hmm. You say, yes, we are going to have $18 trillion worth of debt. Mm-hmm. $18 trillion. Okay?
We have that anyway.
But I could bail out the banks and I could do all that, or I could pay off everybody's mortgage.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Okay?
I'd almost vote for that.
I'd almost vote for that. If we would have taken the money that we have now spent on the bailouts and everything else, the $18 trillion.
This is just the debt. Not all that we spent. Just the debt added.
Okay. Yes, just the $18 trillion, right?
No, just the debt added since Obama became president.
Wait, not what? The $18 trillion.
No,
this is the 70% increase.
Mm-hmm. Just the increase.
Just
the increase.
Going from 10 to 18, just $8 trillion. Then.
$8 trillion.
You're talking about $8 trillion.
$8 trillion.
Yeah, it's actually $7.38 trillion.
Yeah. Okay. So with just the increase of what he spent since he was in office, he could have started by paying off the mortgage of every single farm in America.
Nice start.
Good. Okay.
So every farm is paid for. Mm-hmm. We then could have wiped out almost 73% of all mortgage debt for single-family homes.
Jeez.
73% of all single-family homes.
In addition to the farms?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And that's not
and
it.
Up to 4-unit multifamily homes as well. So 73%.
Duplexes, 4-unit homes, anything that's up to 4 units we could do. 73% of those and 100% of all outstanding farm mortgage debt.
Jeez.
Would that help at all? Would that have helped the country?
What if we don't pay off the farms, but we just pay off all homes? Can we do that?
I can, if you give me a moment, I could probably.
Okay, work that out.
Thank you.
Well, why do you want to screw the farmers?
Yeah, because they're farmers.
We're going to still eat.
I guess they do have businesses on their property.
Yeah, they got
what if it's food?
They're a business on their property. I'm talking about just
imagine that.
Imagine
that. You think that would have? You think that would have relieved some tension? You think that would have been?
Yes.
We all would have paid for it. Yes, we all would have paid for it.
That
been grossly unconstitutional. But can I ask you, what do we have to show for the $18 trillion now?
We still have grossly unconstitutional actions. We have a grossly unconstitutional bill that was passed.
We have nothing to show for it.
Well, we have health care. We have health care for 2 million people.
More people are dropping their health care now than ever before because they can't afford it. And the costs are going up.
Yeah, the fines are doubling. In case you were one of the people paying those fines for last year, they're going to double this year. And by the way, we'd only get up to about 75% of your mortgages if we took the farms out. I mean, farms, only $178 billion in mortgage debt. So you might as well just pay them completely.
Might as well pay them.
Just get them off.
Yeah,
get them off the books.
It's unbelievable.
Everyone else can keep their 73%.
Okay,
principal.
so now instead, the president's been working on some very important things with some very important people, and he's got a very important media star that he needed to take care of. No, he's got a very important media individual who is the right person to appoint as the ambassador to Hungary.
Oh, yeah, she's the right person.
She's the right person.
Total confidence in the president.
I want you to listen.
This is great. John Carl, I love John. I'd like to tongue kiss John Carl.
I don't think
he would like that.
No, I don't think so either.
But if I ever see him, I'm going to tongue kiss him. I just am. I have a man crush on John Carl like you can't believe. I love him.
And it may be.
I'm not ashamed to admit it.
And it may be.
John Carl.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Tell me there's something wrong with it. You're a hater if you do.
So anyway,
what if John Carl is not excited?
John Carl doesn't have any say in this. John Carl.
You're going to make out with him no matter what.
Make out with him no matter what. If I see him. I haven't seen him yet. So.
Should we invite him to the studio and ask him if he would like to make out with you?
No, you don't ask him if he'd like to. Just do it.
So we just invite him for an interview, and if you bring him in here, you will make out with him.
I will tongue kiss him, yes.
What if he says stop?
Well, at that point, then I think I'm obligated to stop. But it would be worth it for those few seconds.
But it would be hard for him to say stop.
It would, because
he'd be tongue jammed in his...
You could kind of make the case, I didn't hear you.
Right.
There's a lot of noise in the studio.
You wouldn't understand. I'm sorry.
Tell me you don't want to tongue kiss him after you hear this.
All right.
You can remind me, what are Colleen Bell's qualifications for
ambassador? Is it that she was a soap?
Just that attitude right there is enough to tongue kiss him. Remind me, what are Colleen Bell's qualifications again? Because I've forgotten them. I know they're there. Yeah. I just can't remember right now.
And in case you don't know who Colleen Bell is, she was the ambassador. She's been named the ambassador to Hungary, a country which many people claim is going the wrong direction when it comes to authoritarianism. An important post. Possibly. At least.
So it's like America.
Yes, it is just like us.
Some people would say that. Yes.
Yeah.
So here it is again.
You can remind me, what are Colleen Bell's qualifications for ambassador? Is it that she was a soap opera producer? Is it that she gave hundreds of thousands of dollars or helped raise hundreds of thousands of dollars for the Obama re-election campaign? Why was she chosen?
John, I can tell you that I can tell you first that you're right, that the confirmation of these individuals to these important ambassadorial posts is long overdue, and we certainly are pleased.
That's not
what do you mean? That's not what he said.
He
what
didn't
do you mean
say anything
right?
about that. There was nothing about that in there.
That the Senate has finally acted on them.
Oh, you mean the Senate under Harry Reid has finally acted? Oh, okay. Thank
relates to Ambassador Bell. She is somebody who retains the confidence well, let me say it this way. Ambassador Bell has the President's confidence that she will do an excellent job of representing the United States and maintaining the important relationship that the United States has with the government and the people of Hungary.
Yeah.
Where does the President get that confidence? I mean, in her confirmation hearing, she couldn't even name a single strategic interest the United States had with Hungary.
Well, she certainly is somebody, again, that is has had her own distinguished private sector career.
As a soap opera producer, right?
Well, and as somebody who obviously has succeeded in, in the business world, and she is somebody that the President has confidence will be able to maintain our relationship with the government and the people of Hungary.
Right, and that's where he moved on.
Yeah,
but why does he have that confidence? Well, the answer never came. Why? Because she's a soap opera producer.
Exactly right.
Well, yeah, she's successful in the business world. So is Glenn Beck, and he wasn't appointed as ambassador
why are you dragging
to Hungary.
me into this?
No,
I am hungry. And I'm hungry.
And you're hungry.
Right.
So you got more
I can relate to these hungry people.
You're a lot more hungry than she is. I know that.
And based on last week, you're hungry for turkey. You have two possible ambassadorships that you could go to.
And hello, I like bacon fat. I like butter. I like Greece.
Is that a country? But Greece is. That's
Greece.
right.
I like Greece.
Okay.
I like Greece. I like Greece. I like Turkey. I like Hungary.
Do you like
I don't
chili?
like Hungary. I like chili.
You could be ambassador to Chile.
Wow, there are a lot of options for you. You're much more qualified than Colleen Bell.
Ambassador Bell.
Exactly right. What are the strategic interests? People are hungry there.
Yeah.
I'm going there because I'm hungry. They're hungry. I can relate to them. We speak the same language of sorts.
That would actually be more than what
she said.
Do
we have what she said?
She said she could not identify, as Carl said, she could not identify one single strategic interest between the United States and Hungary. She could not, let me say that again, she could not
she's the ambassador
identify one strategic interest between our country and the country she is currently ambassador to.
Just unbelievable.
What about food?
That was apparently not one of them.
She did not go there. She didn't even go there.
No, she didn't care enough to look up one thing.
And again,
right,
it's amazing.
And this is in a hearing, by the way. It wasn't like someone asked her on the street in a hidden camera thing. This is in a hearing.
And John Carl is the only one who had the nerve, the giblets, to call him out on that.
Giblets.
She raised money. You like giblets, right? She raised money for the president, and she's a soap opera producer.
Right.
How are you qualified?
Again, and this is what Carl asked, the quote. But where does the president get that confidence from? I mean, in her confirmation hearing, she couldn't even name a single strategic interest the U.S. had with Hungary. And Ernest replies, well, she certainly is somebody, again, that has had her.
She certainly is, again, somebody who has had her own.
Wait, is this Al Sharpton all of a sudden?
Yes.
Get the bullhorn and read this. I think this is Al Sharpton. Here, give it to me.
All right.
Here we go.
So
go ahead, because that's not the way Al Sharpton does it.
Well, she certainly is somebody, again, that has had her own distinguished private sector career.
Career, Al.
Well, she certainly is somebody, again, that have had her own must about that be committed.
That's true. He does make a good point there.
Yeah, no.
So you can't argue with that.
No, you're very committed. The last part I understand. Once you get the bullhorn, it clears it all up.
It does. That's great. Josh he should probably use that at press conferences. Just get the bullhorn out.
Could we go to cut 355 while we're on Josh Earnest?
Yeah.
On the president's statement that he took action to change the law on immigration.
When the president was getting some blowback from the audience in Chicago during his immigration remarks, at one point he said, "I just took action to change the law." Did the president misspeak in a moment of passion to try to calm the crowd, or does he fundamentally, and do you fundamentally believe that he has taken action to change the law?
I think he was speaking colloquially.
Wait.
That what he has put in place, meaning that obviously, meaning that that it's the responsibility of the United States Congress to pass laws. And it's the responsibility of the executive branch to implement and enforce them. So I guess my point is,
when he says, "I just took action to change the law."
Well, I think the impact of the law certainly has been changed in terms of the way that it affects millions of people who are in this country. And I think that's what the president was alluding to. So if there are people who
Is the press asleep?
Well, I think that he was speaking colloquially there.
Tom Brokaw. I'm speaking colloquially now in Louisville, Kentucky. Heading to a job pad. We're going there colloquially.
That's great. By the way, a colloquialism is a word, phrase, or other form used in informal language. It is related to, but not the same as slang. How many times have you seen someone who's like, "Look, what I mean to say is I'm doing everything illegally, or everything legally, and I haven't changed the law." And then you would slang throw it out there. "I've changed the law."
No,
the exact opposite of what you're claiming is not slang. It's like saying, "Well, I'm a very thin, in shape individual." A lot of times, I will say I'm grotesquely obese. No, you will not.
So what you're saying is it's not a lie.
Not true.
Oh, yeah.
Look at rap music.
It's a colloquial
Yes.
lie.
Rap music, almost everything is opposite.
Is that
really
confirmed scientifically?
Almost
everything is opposite. Can we lock that one down?
That's confirmed.
Seriously.
With the Smithsonian to have that?
I mean, really? I mean, you're calling all the women bitches.
Do you think they don't think they're bitches? Do you think they don't think they're hoes? I would claim they do.
Now, but
all right, we have to stop for commercial.
Here's our